All right, Jamal, first question is tell us how the knee feels and how you're going to be ready for game 4.
I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
Bump knees?
Yeah, just chill out. I'll be straight.
What happened at the beginning of the game? It seemed like you guys didn't have the same fight like you had in the fourth quarter in game 2.
We just gotta stay with things. Playing the same team over and over. They know what's coming. We gotta have some counters. We gotta play with more urgency on the court. So everything we do has got to be stronger, faster, and more aggression.
And speaking of that urgency, it seemed like Derek White said he had to come back at you after your fourth quarter in game 2.
He said it?
He said look like.
Oh. I mean, yeah, he had a good game. He was getting to the paint and all that, so we just got to be better, show more resistance, make him feel us more. He was doing whatever he want, so we just got to be better next game.
Was it lack of communication on the defensive glass? Because they had 16 offensive rebounds.
Like I said, everything. We got to be more aggressive. They didn't feel us the whole game. From rebound to defense, from our cuts and offense, they didn't feel us.
You've been around this team now. You know your teammates. How do you feel you guys can rally and get ready for game 4?
We'll be ready. We're going to watch some film. We're going to come out knowing what they're going to do, knowing how the energy was in the building. We're going to come out ready to play. We're going to make some shots and just be more disciplined.
And speaking of that discipline, looked like DeMar DeRozan was getting to his mid-range game and kind of got you guys in foul trouble and getting easy buckets. How do you slow that down in game 4?
Just being disciplined, be more detailed in everything we do. I think that's the biggest thing in the series. We got to be detailed, especially against Spurs. So it's going to be a collective effort, and next time we got to get the job done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jamal, how different is it for you to play the same team 3 straight times you get to the 4th? I mean, how different is it to see the same opponent, same guy every night?
It's different. It's experience. Like I said, you gotta find out what works, find out what doesn't. They're blowing stuff up. They're not feeling us. We just gotta make things tough for them. And like I said, they had their way tonight. Everybody had their way tonight. They didn't feel us at all. And that's the learning part of this team. We've been next game.
What makes Derek White a tough cover?
He goes to the rim. The screens are really low. So he's operating in an easy area. So like I said, he's gotta make him feel us, whether it's going over or trapping, whatever it is. We just gotta be better.
What are your emotions right now? Disappointed, angry, what?
Well, we lost, so I'm frustrated. I feel like I could have done better, a lot better. I didn't have a good game at all, and like I said, I got to be ready next game, so I'm come out ready.
Except for the fourth quarter of that last game, we haven't seen you guys really look like you did during the regular season, and yet you've been in each and every one of these games. I guess if you're going to look at a positive, I guess that's probably it.
Yeah, once we play again, we'll be fine. We made some shots tonight, but it was our defense that allowed them to win the game. So we're fine. We're a good team. We understand that. We're playing in a hostile environment. We got to come out with a sense of urgency next game.
2 more chances to get one here too. Got to get it the next one, probably, right?
Yeah, we got to come out ready.
Must win already.
I mean, yeah, we're down 2-1. So, however you want to put it.
Jamal, Malone was just saying Game 4 is going to give you guys an opportunity to sort of reveal who you guys are and show a little bit of character. Are you excited for that opportunity?
Yeah, for sure. We got to show some fight. We got to show some urgency, some aggression, some passion. We got to show all that on the road. We got to bring our own energy. We got to play fast. We got to do all the things that we got to do to win. We can't have any let-ups, no excuses. Like I said, we just got to be ready. So it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
You take away that Derek White performed tonight personally?
I should. So I'll be ready next game. Most of the times when I say I bounce back, I do. So I'll bounce back.
Did you take a knee to the quad?
Yeah.
You just got injured. When was it?
All right, Jamal Murray, you're told Dennis Scott his leg will be fine. Remember, he caught that knee from Jakob Pertl on the screen. We saw in the highlight a moment ago. Well, he and his head coach, Mike Malone, are in agreement about one thing, is that they didn't defend very well. Malone was asked about Murray and specifically went to his defense tonight. Wasn't blaming just Murray, but the team generally for their defense. What did you take away from what you heard from the coach and what you just heard from Murray there?
Yeah, I mean, clearly, the Spurs got whatever they wanted. They got to the paint. 62 points in the paint is a ridiculous number for any team to give up. It's hard to come back from that. You watch these clips right here. It's not really, obviously, I still want Murray to be more aggressive offensively, take more shots, but defensively, he's not winning his matchup. That's what it comes down to in the playoffs, matchups, and his matchup is torching him right now.
Talked about offensively about how the Spurs know what's coming.
Yeah.
which, that happens in the playoffs, right? I mean, you're scouted to death. Everybody knows everybody's stuff.
Yeah, I think if you look at those shots, every single one of those shots was under contest, seemed rush. It just seemed like, I need this. When you're playing in the playoffs, you got to get the best shot possible, especially if you're not shooting well. And defensively, I think he's putting too much emphasis on his offense. You need to get your rhythm from getting stops. And if you look at the other highlight clip that we had shown a while back, DVR rewind that thing, they don't have the extra effort on defense.
Yeah.
If he is getting blown by, somebody has to stop the ball, let him go get it. You need extra effort. You need to box out more. You need to have a sense of urgency. And I just didn't see that tonight. And I think they fell in love with their offense, where they're like, I know I can score, so maybe they'll stop scoring. But San Antonio doesn't turn the ball over, and they have two guys that demand a double team because they're some of the best one-on-one guys in the league.
And Denver was not an elite defensive team, but they were a top 10 defensive team during the regular season. The question of experience has come up over and over and over again in this series, and Denver obviously doesn't have much of it beyond Paul Millsap. When they talk about bringing their own energy, that sort of thing, is that the kind of thing you're not prepared for if you haven't been through the playoff grind before? The level of intensity it's going to take to win these games?
I think so. I mean, this team is young. This team had a great regular season, and they had a great finish there at the end of the game. But that was a little bit of fool's gold. I mean, if Jamal Murray doesn't get hot, we're talking now.
They lose that game.
I mean, they're up 3 now. In 3 games, and so really, they have been outplayed for a majority of the series, with the exception of that fourth quarter. And it's sort of part of the playoffs is handling success. Handling, okay, you have a win. How can you turn the page and get ready and prepare for the next game? And they weren't. They talked about it. Coach Malone, Jamal Murray. There was no fight. There was no energy. There was no emotion. Defensively, as Channing talked about, whatever they wanted. I mean, Derek White, with all due respect, had a great game, but he's just going to the basket.
Right.
I mean, with ease.
Yeah.
And there was no resistance, no force whatsoever. Booz talked about 62 points in the paint from San Antonio. So just you got to have some toughness, particularly when you go on the road. And they went on the road and they looked like they stayed behind in Denver and didn't show up to play. And with that said, still was in the game.
Yeah, for most of the game.
Look, they're off. They shot 52% from the field, 50% from the three-point line. They turned the ball over a little bit too much. Barton and Murray combined for 7 of their 13 turnovers. But they can win Game 4. But they have to come ready to play, and their top guys need to be engaged.
Well, that means the starters. And Mike Malone indicated he's at least open to the possibility of changing the rotation, if not the lineup. His starters were outscored by 41 in this game. That group includes the playoff veteran Paul Millsap, and Dennis Scott caught up with him.
All right, Paul. It seemed like early in the game, it took a while for you guys to find your intensity to get y'all going. Why was that tonight?
First playoff road game for a lot of guys. Not knowing what to expect. Tonight was a good thing for us. It was a good feeling for guys to get out there and understand what's going on. And we'll get this one Saturday.
Was it frustrating for you being one of the backline defensive help guys, seeing Derek White attack the paint all game long?
Yeah, things like that can't happen. I think if he continued to go off, it's going to be hard to beat them. But we'll have a scout for that. I think we'll do better Saturday.
And on the board, they got 16 offensive rebounds. Was there lack of communication on box now, or just the way the ball bounced?
A little bit of both. We've been a dominant rebounding team all year, and we just can't allow this to happen. We can't get rebounded by a team that we know that we can out rebound, and that's on the guards, that's on the bigs, that's on everybody. And like I said, man, we'll do better Saturday for sure.
And what do you tell Jamal, knowing that he's been shooting the ball well all season long, now he kind of fell back a little bit?
We got a game Saturday.
And lastly, as you try to get ready for Game 4, how do you rally this team to make sure you get back to playing Nuggets basketball?
Watching film, knowing why we've been successful, knowing things that we have to get rid of and things we got to do better. But that's all a part of the playoffs, man. You win a game, you come in, you lose a game, you get better from that game, and hopefully come out and get another win.
When you see a guy like Malik Beasley come off the bench and give y'all a lot of energy, how do you make sure he continues to bring that for you guys in Game 4?
It'll be fine. He continued to make shots for us. He's been making shots for us all year. He's confident in his shot. We're confident in him. And he'll continue to shoot the ball, man.
Paul, about it for the game, just defense. How much of you guys getting back into this thing and having
More post-game coverage coming up here from our NBA TV studio. Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets down 2-1 to the Spurs. Back to San Antonio after the break.
NBA Game Time is brought to you by Kia, official automotive partner of the